Hey everyone, welcome to this week's live stream. I'm so happy to be back live streaming. We took a couple weeks off and now we're back. So so I'm just so excited to be here. So love ASMR. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Hello. As always, so just before we start, I'll take some comments. So let me know how you're feeling. Maybe also let me know where you're from. And if there's any sort of poses or focus areas that you want to make sure we cover, and also pace. So if you guys are feeling like a slower or faster pace, definitely let me know. And then otherwise, if I don't hear anything, then I'm just gonna go with my own flow. So I'll just wait a few moments. And just before we start as well, I don't know if you guys are doing my September challenge and if you're looking to sort of build some healthy habits back into your routine. Hi, Mandio. I'm so happy you're here. That's so cool. Hey, Daniel. Yes. Yeah, let's do this. All right, so September challenge. I'm just going to do a quick thing on that. So we are doing a September challenge. I noticed that I had just dropped a lot of my healthy habits from being home so much. So just simple things like sleeping enough, getting enough water, making sure you're getting outside at least once a day. I live in a condo, so for a while we weren't even getting outside. And just some things like that, like no junk food. So they're, in theory, they're pretty easy. Dave thinks they're too easy, but I think they're a great way to just kind of get back into your routine. So check them out on my Instagram, movewithjen.ca, if you're interested in doing that. And so I'll just kind of throw it out one more time. If there is anything that you guys want to work on today, focus areas, stretches, anything like that, pace, let me know. I've got my comments kind of up in front of me on my TV so that I can make sure I can respond to you guys. And otherwise, we'll start in about a minute. All right. So I'm thinking I might turn up the pace a little bit in this class. So we'll start a little bit slow. I'm thinking we're going to do some shoulders and some neck because we've been hearing a lot of people complaining about those areas. And then maybe just bring the pace up. So for this one, you won't need any equipment. I'm not going to use any props, but if you have props at home, like if you've got a strap and you've got blocks and you want to use those, then obviously feel free to go ahead and do that. All right, cool. So let's get started. So I'm going to change it up. So normally we start in seated, but actually we're going to start in standing today. So just make it to the top of your mat. And what we're going to do is just breathe here. So we're just going to take 3 breaths together to just kind of get settled, and then we'll start flowing. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale. And out through the mouth, exhale. Inhale. And out through the mouth, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right. So slowly open your eyes, and I'm going to start with a couple neck and shoulder stretches just to sort of get the body sort of moving, get a little bit more warm. So what we're going to do is take our hand and just put it on top of our ear and bring this ear down to your shoulder. Now I want you to think about bringing this shoulder down and just bringing that arm out. So you'll just start feeling this sort of in the side here. So just breathing here. You can also play with bringing the arm closer to the body and out, and just see what feels better. You can also think about bringing the arm a little bit backwards and a little bit more forward. Just play around here and just see what feels really nice for your neck. And we'll hold it here for 3. So we're inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. All right, slowly bring that neck back to center, that head, and maybe shake out the arms, just sort of shake out the neck just slightly. And let's go over to the other side. So other hands coming above the ear, bring that ear down to the neck, and then just extending that arm out, dropping the shoulder all the way down. So just breathing here, again, playing forward, backwards, out, in, whatever feels good for you, and 3 breaths here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, bring it back to center. Again, maybe just moving that neck back and forth, just seeing what that feels like. And then last stretch, we're just gonna bring our hands behind us and behind the neck, and then just using those hands. So I want you to sort of open up here through the shoulders, open up through the elbows, dropping the shoulders, and just using your hands here as a little bit of weight behind the neck, just slightly, and just seeing what this feels like. You should feel this kind of like in the upper shoulders. You should feel this in the back of the neck. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. All right, coming back to center. Hi, Lynn. Lynn, I'm so happy you're here. All right, so from here, we're going to do a little bit of shoulder mobility. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually just bring the shoulder up, and what you can do is just place your hands sort of like on the belly, or just somewhere sort of on your belly. And what we're going to do is actually just slowly sort of moving that arm up and down. So what this is going to do is start moving the shoulder blade back here. So sometimes if we're sitting a lot, or if you're not sort of doing mobility exercises, it's really easy to actually lose our shoulder mobility. So I want you to just work really slowly here. We're going to do this a couple times, just coming up and then coming down. So a few more times here. Just go really slowly, really trying to see what this mobility feels like. Maybe it's going to feel really hard, even though it looks like such a simple movement. And if it is, then make sure that you're just doing this a little bit more. Hey, Erin. Good to see you on here. All right, let's go over to the other side. So from here, same thing. So just bring that hand to the belly. It just helps you get a little bit more centered. And then from here, we're just going to, again, lift that arm up and down. So just doing this a few times. By sort of doing this on each arm, you can really isolate to see if there's one arm that's causing you maybe a little bit more problems with your mobility. And again, if this feels like really hard, then it probably is something that you might want to consider adding into your daily routine. Just a few more times, and then we're going to get into our flow. So again, just lifting it, bringing it up and down, just playing here with our shoulder mobility. Yes. I hope we all have a great holiday weekend too. And thanks, Erin. I hope this is a good start to everyone's weekend. All right, from here, so let's get into it. So we're going to start flowing now. So arms up, inhale. And exhale, coming all the way down, folding over the legs. Now, first time we're doing this, so maybe a nice deep bend here in the legs. Get that belly to connect to the thighs. Maybe grabbing the elbows here. If you're feeling extra sort of loose and fluid this morning, maybe even grabbing the toes here. Maybe grabbing behind the legs. So just playing here. Find something that feels good for your body. And we're just going to hold it here 2 breaths. Letting the head go. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, flat back, look up. And then slowly stepping all the way back. So first flow of the day, either we're going to go into our Chaturanga, maybe coming all the way down onto the belly, or coming right into your upward dog. So feel free to go into Cobra here, taking it a little bit slower. And then maybe even just taking an extra breath, sort of moving side to side, just seeing what this feels like. And then rolling over the feet and coming into our downward dog. So first downward dog of the day. Again, noticing here how you feel. So downward dog, if this is feeling, really hard this morning, consider doing a nice deep bend here in the knees and just breathing here. So try and get those hips nice and high. Don't be too concerned about what this looks like. Be more concerned about how this feels like. And then from here, so let's start moving slightly in our downward dog. So maybe just pedaling the feet here. And just breathing. Maybe even moving side to side here, rocking a little bit. Just getting some movement going, starting to warm up the body.
All right, from here, let's step all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms down. From here, let's just do a quick side stretch. So bring that right hand down the leg and then just stretching over to the right side. Again, don't be concerned about how deep you're going. Just be concerned about how you're feeling that side body here. Just breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to center. And then let's move over to the other side. Dropping that left arm. Nice stretch. Maybe feeling some things starting to creak and crack, which is fine. But just try to focus internally. Try to just see what these movements feel like. Inhale and exhale. All right, coming back to center. Arms up, inhale. And folding over the legs again. Exhale. From here, again, we're going to hold this for 2 breaths. So option here, maybe keeping the legs straight this time or continuing to do that bend. So if you're straightening the legs, we're working a little bit more on flexibility. And if you're bending it, we're more working on just kind of stretching it here and stretching out the back. So just breathing here, picking your variation. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, stepping all the way back, coming down to your Chaturanga, elbows tight into the body. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. So just breathing here. We're gonna hold here for 3. So picking stillness, picking movement, picking bent knees, pick whatever is gonna work for your body this morning, or whatever time of day it is in case it's not morning. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right. 3-legged dog, lifting that right leg. Now I want you to focus on squaring the hips here. So sometimes we open up to the side, but this time I want you to focus on keeping the hips level, which means your leg might not go quite as high. So just breathing here. Inhale. And exhale, core is tight. Inhale and exhale. From here, stepping that foot to the top of the mat in between your hands, coming into our high lunge. So just breathing here. I want you to think about just really activating this back foot here, nice and straight, feeling that heel moving back, feeling your core is tight here, tucking that tailbone, just breathing here. And watching that knee, watch that it's at center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, left palm's coming down. We're gonna go into our easy twist. Bring that right hand up. Just feeling a nice twist here. If this is feeling like a lot, option to just bring that knee down and just see what that feels like. So just breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. From here, bring that hand down. Bring that leg back. Maybe a 3-legged Chaturanga here. Or bring the leg down for normal Chaturanga. And coming down. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. And exhale, coming back into your downward dog. Breathing here, we're going to stay here again, 3 breaths, so picking your options, maybe moving, maybe stillness, maybe bent knees, maybe straight. Inhaling here, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Again, lifting that left leg, 3-legged dog, squaring those hips. Trying to keep the hips level. Leg is not going to go quite as high. Breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. And then stepping it to the top of the mat between the hands. Coming into our high lunge on this side. Arms are lifting. And again, watching here. So really trying to activate this back leg. You should feel this in your hip flexor. And trying to press that heel backwards. Watching that knee, so make sure it's not going left or right and it's staying nice in the middle. And breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. All right, easy twist on this side. Right hand's coming down, left palm's coming up, and just breathing here. Watching that back leg, make sure you're still putting some energy in there. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, bring that palm down. Left leg comes back. Again, maybe a three-legged chaturanga, or yep, or maybe not. So pick your choice. Try to balance it out. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. We're gonna stay here for 3 breaths. Option to go into child's pose if that feels good. So maybe bringing the knees down and forehead down. And using this as just a little bit of rest. Or staying in downward dog, just breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, palms down. All right, from here we're gonna go into a chair pose. So chair pose, people teach it very differently. So I think this is really dependent on your knees. So with chair pose, you can either have your feet out or you can have the toes together. So just watch where your knees go because you don't really want knee issues. And we're gonna bring our arms down, bring that seat down, and arms are lifted here. So watch your shoulders that they're not creeping up to your neck. And just breathing here, tucking that tailbone, cores in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Folding over the legs. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, stepping all the way back. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Just breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Right leg lifts. This time, let's do it more flexy. So bring it to the side. Maybe bring the knee all the way up to the ceiling. Feeling that stretch in the side. Maybe even looking past or under your right elbow. Breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Now stepping that foot to the top of the mat between the hands. And from here, coming back into that high lunge position. So watching that back leg, nice and straight, just breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, from here, we're going to transition into our warrior 3. So what I want you to do is really focus on your core here, really focus on tucking that tailbone, and then start putting some weight into this right foot. So this is a transition. You might fall out of it, which is totally fine, but the goal is to try and stay as controlled as you can. So you can keep your hands here, you can keep your hands out, just find whatever works for you. And from here, what we're going to do is start putting some weight and picking up that left foot, maybe falling a little like I just did. And then bring those toes. So really try to activate those toes in the back leg. So make sure that you're pointing them down, really get into that inner thigh. And breathing here, holding 3 breaths. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Stepping all the way back, going to go into our warrior two. Nice and light. Keeping that right knee bent and arms are coming out. Breathing here. Watch this back arm. Make sure it's not drooping down. Everything should feel active here. Both legs, both arms. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, blowing it out. Hands to ground. Three-legged chaturanga or not. Elbows in. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Breathing here, holding here for 3 breaths. Option to go into child's pose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right. 3-legged dog. Maybe bring that knee all the way to the ceiling. Looking under that left arm. And just feeling this in the side. Inhale. And exhale. Stepping that foot to the top of the mat. Coming back into our lunge. So breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Welcome, Sumo. From here, we're going to transition into our warrior three. So again, picking your arms, maybe picking the same arms that you did on the other side. And looking for control here. So you get control through your core. You get control through really just trying to activate this leg here as well. So from here, focusing. Let's see if I can do a clean transition this time. And from here, just lifting up. Whoop, that was not clean. Into your warrior three. And just breathing here. So I want you to point those toes down. And just breathing here, feeling what this feels like, being balancing on the one leg. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. From here, we're going to go into our warrior two. Again, trying to have a nice clean transition. But if you can't, that's fine. We just work towards these things and we laugh while we do it. So from here, we're going to go into warrior two. So slightly trying to get that foot on the ground. And arms are coming up. Nice deep bend here. And just breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. All right, let's flow it out. Hands coming down, legs coming back, and then either three-legged chaturanga or not. So find what you want to do. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale to downward dog. So just breathing here. Option to come into child's pose if you need to cool it down a little bit. So we're going to start cooling it down. So just take your last few breaths here. And Erin, I totally agreed that we needed to figure out how to do a live stream collab. That would be super fun. I love it. Let's definitely talk about doing that. All right, so just trying to cool it down. So whether you're in downward dog or you're in your child's pose, just taking a few breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, let's come onto our seat. Last little bit. I actually, yes, chaturanga. So that was our last chaturanga. So no more flows today. We're just gonna cool it down. But what I want to do is let's do a little bit of core work. So we're gonna do boat pose. We're just gonna do 1 round. So a few options here for your boat pose. So boat is all about trying to get into the core and trying to maintain that sort of integrity in the back. So what I want you to do is sort of open up here through the shoulders, bring those shoulders down. And option 1 is you're just holding here with the toes sort of lifted off the ground. This might feel like a lot of work, and if it does, then I really want you to stay here. Option 2 is you can start playing with lifting the legs. So maybe that's 1 leg, maybe that's 2 legs, and holding here, maybe even letting go of underneath the knees here and bringing the arms out. So just breathing here. And final transition is bringing those legs to straight, pointing the toes, really feeling the energy through the legs and holding here. So again, core is nice and tight and watching that back. So holding here for 3. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. All right, slowly coming down and just letting your body settle for just a second. Hi, I think it's Zariel. Zariel, I hope I said that right. Welcome, I'm glad you're here. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go into a fold. So I'm gonna give you a couple of variations. So we're gonna do a nice sort of flat fold here. So option here is to actually just bring the knees up and try and grab the toes. This will help open up the hamstrings just a little bit better if you're really tight. So maybe the option is here, trying to open up here through the chest, shoulders are down, and just grabbing the toes or the feet. If this is with the knees up, if the feet are still just not coming close enough to you, that's fine. Just grab wherever you can on the legs. Option number 2 is you're going to go with more of a straight leg variation. If you do have a strap, this is where you could use it. Otherwise, what we're going to do is just watch that we've got a nice flat back here and just coming down. Hands are coming beside us anywhere. They can even come on the legs. So what I want you to think about is just sort of trying to get this belly to connect to the thighs if possible, and really that sort of nice lift here in the back. So just breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're gonna do 1 more sort of fold. We're just gonna go into our butterfly or our diamond. I want you to pick whichever variation you like. So if you want to do it sort of with the heels closer to the body, this one's a bit more intense. So we're grabbing the feet, we're trying to have a nice flat back here and trying to fold sort of over the legs. Other option is bringing it more out. So this is a little bit more passive. Both are amazing options. So just pick what you feel. And then maybe try to get that forehead down to the toes here. So picking your option for the second one, it's okay if the back is rounding. So just pick which one you feel like. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, coming back, I want to do a quick bridge pose, and then we'll start bringing it down into Shavasana. So coming into our bridge pose, going to bring the back flat onto the mat, trying to see if you can touch the heels behind you. And then from here, I want you to focus on trying to get those knees. So the knees should be nice and centered. They shouldn't be splaying. And what we're going to do is just slowly lift the hips. So from here, just holding here, we're just going to hold here for 5 breaths. Maybe option to bring the shoulder blades underneath and actually clasp your hands underneath. So just finding whichever option is feeling good for your body and breathing here. Inhale and exhale. That's 1. Also, I really want you to focus on your core, and I want you to tuck that lower back. If you don't, it can really cause some problems with your lower back. So please try to keep this area nice and tight. Inhale And exhale. That's 2, my bad. Inhale. And exhale. That's 3. Inhale. And exhale. That's 4. Inhale. And exhale. That's 5. All right, slowly loosening the shoulders and bringing the butt back to the mat. All right, just before we go into Shavasana, we're just going to hug those knees in. We'll do a quick twist on each side, and then we'll go right into it. So Dave's favorite pose is Shavasana, although he did spell it wrong, so I don't know. So from here, just holding in the knees, breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, arms are coming out and knees are coming over to the left-hand side. So feel free to do another twist variation if you like a different one, but this is the one we're going to do today. And I want you to watch that shoulder is trying to get on the ground. If it's not, that's okay. Thanks for joining, Erin. I'm really happy you came on. And so just breathing here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. All right, from here, bring the knees back to center, and we're gonna go over to the other side. So just bring those knees over to the right-hand side. Again, just trying to see if you can get that shoulder on the ground. If you can't, that's totally fine, just something to work towards. So from here, you should feel this in the side. And also, if you chose a different stretch, just make sure you're doing that one. So from here, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, coming back to center, just quickly doing any last bits of pose that you want to do. Option maybe to bring the knees in, maybe even to circle them to just let go of the lower back a little bit. Make sure you switch and do the other side as well. And then finally, hey, Run with Brad, happy Labor Day. And then finally, let's go into our final pose, Shavasana. So the one we've probably all been waiting for. So option to do diamond leg, regular Shavasana, legs up on the wall if you've got a wall near you, and bringing those hands beside you. So from here, just taking these last few moments for yourself, just breathing at your own pace, and really trying to get rooted into the ground. Let's do 3 breaths together just to kind of get nice deep breaths going, and then again, we'll just continue at your own pace. We're going to inhale and let it go. Exhale. Inhale and let it go. Exhale. All right. So just continuing now at your own pace as I'm going to read you the quote of the week. So the quote of the week is by Lee Iacocca. I don't know how to say that, but his quote is, "So what do we do? Anything, something, so long as we don't just sit there. If we screw it up, start over, try something else. If we wait until we've satisfied all the uncertainties, it may be too late." I think it's better to do something than nothing. Our minds like to get in the way, tell us that we can't do it, tell us that if only this thing was different or that thing was different, then maybe we could actually do it. But let's just do it. Let's start. Make that small step today. So just breathing, last few moments in Shavasana, thinking about if this is something that resonated with you, and if it didn't, that's okay too. So just breathing. And when you're ready, let's slowly start waking up the body. So wiggling those toes, wiggling those fingers, maybe doing a nice body stretch. So stretching the arms and the legs opposite direction. And then slowly finding one of your sides, whichever one you choose, rolling over to it just for a second, using your arm as a pillow. And then finally coming up into seated position, just breathing here. Let's do 3 breaths together while we close out the practice. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thank you so much for practicing with me today and sharing your energy. Thank yourself for making some time this morning or whenever, whatever time of day it is for you. And namaste. All right. Growth Hack Finance. I'm glad you really loved that quote, and I'm glad that it resonated with you. So I'm going to stick around for a couple more minutes. If you've got any questions, if you've got any comments for me, questions don't have to even be about this class. If you've got questions about different stretches that you might want to do or anything like that, I'm totally happy to answer those here. And yeah, that was fun. I'm really happy that we've started the live streams again. I actually missed them the last few weekends. So it's really fun to be able to teach live with you guys and hopefully have your feedback while we kind of go through it. As always, if there's anything that you guys want to work on for next week, if there's any poses or specific areas, then definitely let me know. Also, let me know if you found this class was too challenging or if you want me to turn up the heat, because it just helps me to figure out how many variations I should offer and how kind of, crazy we should get. So just wait a few moments. I do want to thank everyone so much for coming. It was really awesome to see that we had a few new faces and a few friendly faces on, friends, family, everything. So just thank you so much for supporting us. And I also want to just give a big thank you to Dave, who is in the background, getting all this stuff working and making sure that the live stream is functioning and as high quality as possible. So thanks, Dave. He just nodded. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Chris. Awesome. Lynn, I'm so glad you loved it. Thanks so much for joining. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so glad you guys were here. All right, we'll stay on for just another maybe 30 seconds or so, unless there's any kind of questions. But as always, if there's any questions, if you guys want me to walk through any sort of stretches, or if you've got questions on mobility that you want to talk through, I'm always happy. Or if there's a certain pose that maybe you wanted clarified or something, I'm happy to do that as well. All right.
Enjoy the weekend.
Oh yeah, and enjoy the long weekend. I almost forgot. So enjoy the long weekend. It's a long weekend this weekend. Happy Labor Day. Daniel, I'm so glad that you're feeling stronger now. That's good. And Liv, oh, that's okay. That's okay that you missed it. It's actually, it'll probably pop up on YouTube very shortly once we kind of close this out. So if you are interested, you can definitely join that. And otherwise, I would love to see you on for next time. That would be amazing. Are you laughing at me, Dave? What did I miss? All right, cool. So this is awesome. Right now our posting schedule is we post a HIIT workout on Tuesdays, a yoga workout or a yoga sequence on Thursday, and then we're doing the live streams on Saturdays. So if you aren't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any of those notifications. Dave's laughing at me, so I must have done something silly, but that's fine. So the other thing is I am doing that September challenge just to start building some healthy habits, things like drinking enough water, no junk food, making sure we're going out for walks daily. And so if you want to join me in that, definitely follow me on Instagram, movewithjen.ca. I'm trying to post something daily just to make sure that
I'm doing that properly. All right, cool. So I think we'll probably end it here. But again, I want to just thank everyone so much. Thanks so much for your support. Thanks for coming on. It was really fun, and I can't wait for next week.